everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome to Make Ahead Monday. I have a whole shelf down here that has a stack of, I have a stack of 8x8s. I have the rest of this 6x6 that I want to use up, and so for the next few weeks I am going to use them. Okay, so I'm just going to take, let's see, I'll take 5 of these. One, I'm not going to worry about what they are. 2, 3, actually I guess I'll just rip everything out of this cover, and because this glue is starting to not be as good as it once was, and I'm going to be trimming off the tops of these anyway. Alright, so I'm going to pick 5 of these, and what we're going to do, I'm calling these pockets on point. Looks like that one's already cut down, so we could use that. That'd be great. What else do we have in here that would be good? These are very neutral. I like that. Skip the airplanes. Those are always last. This one has airplane as well, but it has polka dots. So that's 3. Let's use that one. And let's see. Oh, I got more over here. So let's see. See what's on the back of these. Let's use, what is that? Horseshoes? Spurs. Okay. Well, yeah, let's just use this one. Okay. And then we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left in that. This is from Tuesday morning, a long time ago. Portobello Road, Lost and Found. I had this one, which is kind of a greenish teal color, and I also had a pink one. I think that's long gone because hello pink. So we'll have to trim those down, and then I'm just going to take the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are much more colorful. So maybe a springtime journal, but I still have all of this, which is mostly cardstock, and I never really use colored cardstock. So I'll have to think of something, and I will need my cutter. Where is that? Here it is. Oh gosh, I'm running out of room. Gotta stay hydrated though. Alright. Alright, so this one is cut down. This one is not. Okay. This one is not. I am not keeping these. They don't have anything on them but a hole. So yeah, I do miss my Tuesday morning. I will say that. I used to love, they had the best napkin selection. If anyone knows of a replacement place to go for good napkins, let me know, because I'm just ordering them online. When I hate to buy a whole bunch at one time, but I bought a few off of Etsy here and there. Okay, so these are all 6x6. Those are all ready. The other ones are 8x8. Now, you don't have to do this the way that I'm doing it, but I'm a little OCD. And I don't like just trying to put things together randomly and then they don't work and then I have to redo it and then there's creases and yeah. So I did all of that before I got on camera so that you didn't see it. But I did write down some measurements for you if you want to do it this way, if you have a scoreboard. So the 6x6, you put it on point. It's nice to have the dark lines, and I do have that every inch, because sometimes you just want to go, okay, I want to go over 2 inches, whatever. So anyway, I'm putting the 1/6" on point, and then I'm going to score 1.5 on each side. So there's 1.5 and 1.5. And I probably should have scored on this side, but I think I'm going to make my pocket this way. So we're going to fold that in, flatten it down. Depending on the size of your page, that might make a nice belly band. That comes out right at 8.5. Isn't that interesting? A video for another day, right? Okay, so, but these on point pockets have a little piece that comes up and accordions and makes another pocket. So what I do is I look for this piece right here, and it comes at about 5.5, and then the end of this opening here is at 7. So that's where I'm going to be scoring, and I'm going to score on this side only because this is the thickest part of it. So 5.5, I'm going to go over it several times, and then 7. Okay, so I'm going to fold this back and this forward, and now we have a nice, even, symmetrical pocket. And so we'll do that again, and then I have a clip to remind me that we want to attach something there to keep it closed. I don't know if I would attach this to a page. I think I would probably prefer to put it, because you can write on the back of this. I think I would prefer this to be in a pocket or a tuck or something, but you could easily attach it to the page, up to you. So that's one. Now the finished size of this ends up being 5.5 by 3, which is a good pocket size. So you could attach it 3 ways as a pocket, 3 ways as a side pocket, or just attach the 2 sides with the tuck. That's probably what I would do if I was going to attach it. So let's do that again. And we're going to put it on point. Automatically I go to the corner, put it on point, and 1.5. You don't have to follow my dimensions, but these are the ones that I have found that work the best, because you want to make sure that this base piece is bigger than this piece that folds in. If you want a skinnier pocket, you could do like 2 inches and then just trim off if you find that it's getting into the into this crease over here. Just trim that piece off. No big deal. All right. But either way, I'm laying this at the top. I hope, can you see that? Is that in? Yeah. Okay. Make sure. So I'm going to score at 5.5 and 7. And I'm going to flip it over. If we do it on, oops, jump the track, 5.5 and, oh, I don't have it in the right place. That's why it jumped the track. Okay, let's start over again. So place it at the top with the point up against this edge, but don't go too far because you can smash it, and yeah, that's what just happened. So 5.5 and 7. All right, and then we will fold this piece up and this piece down. Oh, look how convenient that is, the little biplane there. Okay, and then you could fold it either way. If you want the pattern on the outside, or if you want this on the outside so that you could write on the back, whichever makes no difference. Okay, so that's 2. Let's do it again. And I'm going to do it again, and we'll fast forward, and then we'll go to the 8x8s. I'm just going to do 5 of each. So Now, because that's half of a bird, I will probably open this and fold it the other way and see what happens. There we go. Now the bird is safely tucked inside, and we still have writing space on the back. Now, this is a really thick cardstock, so you can see some of the edges are wanting to tear a little bit, and I'm not concerned about that because I will probably grunge it up anyway. So let's do this last one. Yeah, you can see that one. I'll probably have to put some reinforcement tape under there. But this will end up being a grungier pocket. I really like that one. Kind of try and press that out so it's a little bit flatter, but yeah, it's okay. So we have 5 of those, and like I said, these end up being 3 by 5.5. Okay, so all right, so the next one we have is 8. All right, so we get it on point, and okay, and then we are going to do 2 inches either side. So I'm going to come over here and do the 8-inch and the 4-inch because I have it on the 6. So this is a little bit thinner paper, so I don't have to score as hard. Yeah, I'm going to make sure that's good and flat. All right, so now I'm going to take it to the top, and we are going to score at 7 and 9. So 7 and 9. I'm going to flip it over. 7 and 9. All right, and hopefully I didn't just take that. Yeah, I probably did. Yep, let me fix that right now. I found my micropore. It was in with my ribbon. But I want to do this now before I forget. Oh, my scissors are gone. Good thing it tears. All right, so I'm just going to put this down here. Hopefully I got a big enough piece. I think it'll work. Okay, and we're going to fold this up. No, we're not. We're going to fold that up and this up. So that doesn't work. Let's go the other. No, we can't, because this is, oh, this is one-sided paper. Okay, well, in that case, actually the 7 and 9 isn't working out either. Let's check this one. I wrote down the wrong size. It's 7 1/4 and 9 1/4. Let's try it again. Ideally, you would want some double-sided paper. However, you're going to stuff these pockets, so all right, let's try that again. 2 on each side. I'm going to try to score lighter. This paper, I think, I am not sure, but I think this paper comes from Crafter's Companion. This was probably in my Crafter's Compendium, big old kit I got years ago. My mom bought me for my birthday or Christmas or something. All right. Yes, this is 9 1/4 here and 7 1/4. 7 1/4 I need to do a couple of times. There we go, because it's a little thick there. But so we will go up and down. Okay, there we go. So this one is score, put it on point. This was an 8x8, score on point, 2 inches on either side, and oops, let's put that all the way on there. Yeah, I like that. So this one ends up being 4 by 7.5 ish. All right, so let's do the last 3. I wonder what happens if we do it this way. Then the white will be on the outside. Let's try it. You won't know until you try, because I will probably come back when I'm going to put them in a journal, and I will you know, ink them up or whatever needs to be done. I'm not fond of the white on the back unless I'm doing something that has a lot of white. But all right, so same thing. We're going to put this way, and we'll do 7 1/4. Yeah, right at this point is where you want to do. So 7 1/4. I'm going to do it on this side. It's just easier on this side. 7 1/4. I keep jumping off of that one. Stay. Okay. And then 9 1/4, which is just at this, where this triangle ends. Okay. So you don't really have to measure, just look for those 2 places. All right. So we want to fold this up and this back. Well, that's not bad, because what I think I might do with this one would be ink it up and then maybe stamp, like a random stamping around would work with that one. Or maybe add some book page or some collage or something like that. So, all right. I'm just going to put a clip on that. Well, gotta get the whole thing. And I think when Gail did this, she put like a little, she did like a little hidden paper clip kind of thing with a flower on it or whatever. That would be perfect. Any kind of paper clip would be great. So I think I'll do one more with the white on top, and then I'll do the other one the opposite. So we have a good variety for our stash. But I just, you know, well, yeah, you do know. I have all this stuff stashed, and I want to use up some of the stuff that's been here for a long time that I collected in the beginning and haven't used. These would be great in little golden book journals because they're so bright and colorful. They would be great for that. So let's bring this up here. We did 2 inches on either side of the point, and now we're going to do 7 1/4. If you go slow, you don't jump the track as often. And 9 1/4. Only need to come across that one. That's one layer, so be careful on that one. Only need to come across it once. There we go. Yeah, I like that. That's cute. And like I said, that would be really good for a little golden book journal. Okay, and then this one I will do the opposite way. I like these colors, but I don't necessarily use them all the time. I kind of lean toward the neutrals, the pinks, the blues. Getting into a green a little bit, and you know, I have seen, you guys that have been around for a while, you know how I feel about orange. I have seen, what is the deal here? I scored it so light I can't see it. I have seen some beautiful pages featuring the orange, and I don't know, I may have to embrace. Okay. There we go. Now, it doesn't matter if it's this side or this side at the top. Unless you're using like something directional and you need this direction up, you want the top over here, because the pocket part that we're doing down here is on the bottom. And 9 1/4. Oh, I did that one too, no, maybe not. You can feel it when it's going to start going through. I need to do that 7 1/4 one again. I don't want to have to fight with it to fold. All right, so here we go. Up and down. And then flatten it out. This would work really good with coffee dyed paper. I haven't done 8.5 by 8.5. I've only done these, so I have need a paper clip. All right. I was using the ones that were in my little bowl over here, and I think I've used them all up good, that then they can get back to where they belong. So these are pockets on point. So these are the ones that started out as 8 by 8. They finish at, what did I say, 4 by 7 1/4. And so we've got inside, outside, outside, inside, and then we have the 6 by 6. Alexa, stop. Then we have the 6 by 6, which I really like because of the double-sided paper. I think those turned out really cute. And then these are a couple that I did. This was 8 by 8 paper, of course. Playing with the score to make it skinnier. If you do it a little bit skinnier, it's going to end up, if you follow those guidelines, it's going to end up being a little taller, but that's okay. Play with it. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. Here's another one of these. So make some pockets. I'm good here. I've got like 13, 14 pockets here. So that's fun. I'll get these in here because I'm going to have to take a picture for my thumbnail. So, all right, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye now.